What's going on YouTube? Zero Lead here with a new video, episode 2 of the Enterprise D mock tutorial. I just want to thank you very much for tuning into today's video, and if you haven't, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and helping me in supporting the channel. I can't thank you enough for that. And I was actually supposed to have this video out this morning, and some of you that were present for the premiere probably noticed that the file just kept showing that it was processing and to check back later. Long story short, I don't know what happened. I uploaded the file Saturday night, I believe, and it showed that it was done. And this morning when I checked it, it only showed that it was 50% processed, and I learned a valuable lesson: never to delete a file after you upload it. Always make sure that the file is actually posted. So I spent a good portion of today trying to recover that video. I couldn't, and I had to make a decision to either start all over again with the tutorial series or try to see what I can do to recover it. So I've taken a couple of screenshots here, and there's going to be two things that I'm not going to be able to physically show you what I changed on the ship. At the same time, I'm going to be able to show you exactly what I changed on the ship. And we're going to be focusing on the front section of the lower hull, specifically the shape of the front where the deflector dish is. And then we'll move towards the back of the hull, and then we'll work on the engines. Now, the engines we will cover in a video. Um, that was one thing I felt that I can go in. I can just redo that real quick without having any issues, but there's really not too many things that you're going to have to change here. And what I've done is at this first screenshot here, this is basically what you have right now. So if you come over to your ship and you look at the front of it, your neck here, this is too wide. So if you look at this front bar here, you've got three sets of two. If you had this middle bar here in the middle of two taken out, don't necessarily worry about that right now. Pretty much what you're going to do is this two set right here, this one block, you're going to delete that one on this side. You're going to delete one on this side. Then you're going to go down. And then we're going to replace the two blocks right here with two half slabs. And then we're going to go over with a half slab one more. So you should have something that looks exactly like this. So imagine here there's another full block. You're going to be getting rid of that block. And then over here, you're going to be putting three half slabs. Down the very bottom row, you're going to be taking off the first 6 blocks, which will be straight across, and doing straight across half slabs. So you're going to pretty much remove the entire bottom row of the lower hull and replace that with half slabs. For a reason, if you got stuck on that, I'll go over that one more time with you. Shouldn't be too bad. This is what you currently have right now. You have, if you're looking at the front of your ship, you have 2 wide neck, and then over you have 2 blocks. If you go down, cut 1, you have 2 blocks, cut down 1, and you have 1 block, and you have cut down 1, you have 2. So you're just going on this first row right here, you're going to be cutting this in half, taking off 1 block. You're going to be going down 1. This row right here on the top, you're going to be taking off the 2 rows and replacing that with 3 half slabs. And then on the bottom, you're going to delete that entire bottom row and replace that with half slabs. So you should end up with that. All right. We're going to move on to the next part of this, the side, or excuse me, the rest of the lower hull. Now, what you can do, because I believe where we left off, we didn't fully finish building out the lower hull. So I'm going to show you how you can do that without me physically showing you. The 3 lower blocks, counting your half slabs, build that all the way out to the first cut right here. Once you do that, you're going to go up to the single block that's right below the 2 block wide here on the middle of your side of your lower hull. You're literally just going to cut 6 back. Then you're going to go N1. Then you're going to put 3 blocks. You're going to cut N1. And you're going to put 3 blocks. And you should end up right on this line again. On this middle block, if you go down, cut in 1, and then you put 3 blocks it, and then go across, you're going to repeat the same process for the first 2 rows. Now for the half slab, you're going to come all the way down to this cut right here, and you're not going to go any further than that. So anything past that, get rid of that. Shouldn't have any problems with that. Pretty cut and dry. Just bring all 3 rows all the way out to this cut. This first row right here, you're going to delete 6 blocks. You're going to go N1, you're going to place 3 blocks. You're going to go N1, place 3 blocks. On this middle block right here, if you go down in N1, you're going to place 3 blocks going towards the front of the ship. Then you'll be in this middle cut right here. And then half slabs, you're going to stop them right here. Then you'll have that nice curve underneath. So now we're going to move on to the back half. We were kind of shaping it out to where I wanted to get it at. You can see that we had added a couple of layers right here at the end of the last video. So I've taken the liberty of highlighting a couple of areas here. And I'm going to break it down for you so you can basically fill in your upper hull. And by the way, you're also going to want to fill in your lower side of your ship too. You don't want any lip on the second block right here on the half. Just go straight across and just fill in the lower half. You can see I did the same thing on the upper half here, because the middle part of this ship is only 2 wide. Anyway, so if you go down to your first cut, like we were just messing with a second ago on the lower half, you go N1, you're going to go up, you're going to add a block, and you're going to bring that all the way up to the front. And you're going to go forward again, and you go up 1, but then you're going to go 2 rows in. Well, actually 3 rows in. You're going to fill all that in, going all the way up to the front. You can see how we had that cut in. Then on this next row here, we'll add a block. And then we'll add another block. So you can see right here, so we're doing 2. Then we go up, and then 2 more. We'll be on this cut right here. That's where we're at right now. And then right here, you can see that's the gray line right here to line us up. You're going to add another row of white concrete going straight down. You do it on each side. And then you're going to go up 1 and add 3 blocks. And you're going to go back, or excuse me, N1 and back, and then add a block. Right where we just added a block, we're going to go N1, then we're going to add 1, 2, 3 blocks. Should put you right at the tip right here. And you've completed the base for the neck. Now, you're going to want to repeat this same process for the right side, but it shouldn't be too hard, because we want to make sure that repeating the process, if we do one thing on the left side, we're going to do it on the right side and vice versa, just to keep the ship in proportion and consistent. So now we're going to start working on the pylons, the pieces that hold the engines, and I'm going to show you basically what I did at this point. So, and you're probably asking yourself why I'm asking you to make these certain changes, and the reason for that is because there's only actually one, I believe after this is only one other thing we have to change, and then we're going to go right into working on the engines. Then after that, in next week's video, when we go in episode 3, we'll be right back in the regular tutorial. I'm just doing this to get us caught up to where we can get to that point. So this way we're not literally just starting all over again. But again, I don't think this will be too bad, and we should be able to cover this no problem. And you can see here by the diagram, this is what I've added. This is where we're at right now. So you can see on these 2 dots right here, right in between them, we have a 2 wide of single concrete blocks. You're going to want to add 1 more row right behind that. Now, if you go in one again, now we're on this row, we're going to add 2 blocks going this way and 2 blocks going this way. And then your lip will look just like this right here. But now what we're going to do, continuing up this way, we're going to build this going all the way up. But before we do that, we're actually going to delete these blocks here. We're going to delete everything curved at this point. And we're going to count out 10 out this way. After you've gone 2 back and 1 down from this block out is 10. So just count out 10 blocks, and then you do your line. You're going to go up and back. And you're going to add this row. Should be the same width. Then you're going to go 5 high. But we'll get into that more in a second. But before we do that, or you can even do that now, after you're finished, you're going to take off 1 row in the front, all the way up to the gray line right here. Make sure you don't go any further in. This way you're not cutting into your hull. If you need to, be sure to rewind the video so I can go over that again with you. But it's pretty cut and dry on what you need to do. Make sure to repeat that process on the right side also. Now we're going to move on to the actual height. So I apologize, from this block, from one where we go up and over 1, counting that, it's going to be 5 high. So you just want to count 5 up. Don't worry about the curve right now. Just count 5 up. And then build your blocks forward right up to this line, and then stop. After that, then you can do your curve. You can see I skip 1 row, so technically I go up 2, cut, forward, up, cut forward, up, cut forward, up. That's not 2, that's just a single. And the same process on the front side. I go up, 2, cut forward, up, cut forward, up, cut forward, up. Pretty cut and dry. Repeat the same process on the right side. And now we're going to hop in to the video portion of the tutorial. And you can see I've put a training wheels block going straight across. Don't worry about adding this just yet. We're going to want to complete 1 engine first, but I'm doing this to get it in proportion with my other side. Once we've completed the left side engine, you can do this on the right side to make sure that both of your sides are exactly where they need to be. You can see I have it going right through the neck, but after we're done, we'll get rid of these training wheel lines. So it's actually 4 blocks back from the strut that holds the pylon. We're going up and 4 blocks back. So you go up 1 and 4, count 4 blocks back. And then above that, you're going to go up 1 again. And you're going 3 wide on each side. Want to make sure that the gray divider is in the middle, 1 down, obviously. Now we're going to count this out. I believe this is actually, should be 24 long. I'm not counting this out with you as I started late, but I believe that's either 20, it should be 24 long. This blue strip. So now on each side here, well, actually, you can just count it in the middle, because then we're just going to put a blue block on each side and go all the way back. Now we're going to do a block on each side to make a T. We're going to go up a row, because this is technically 3 by 3 as far as the thickness. And then we're going to do a row of white concrete going all the way around. And then we're going to do a row of yellow concrete going all the way around. Now we're going to do another row of white concrete going all the way around. We go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on the other side, and then 1 in the middle. We're going to switch back to white concrete and go 2 forward on the top, and then 2 forward on the bottom. And then we'll switch to the half slabs and do 2 on each side, and then 1 in the front. And the same thing on the top. This way, just to smooth it out a little bit. I think it'll look a little bit nicer. I forgot to do that top part on the middle there, but you need to also do that. I can't believe I actually forgot to do that, but that's okay. All right, so now we're going to fill in the sides of the blue. We're going to do that on each side, going all the way back. It's not a super complicated build for this part of it, but I do really love how the engines came out. Very simple to do, but effective. Now on top of the blue row that we just added, we're going to do white staircases in the courts going almost all the way back. We're going to skip the very back row, and on each corner we're going to do a half slab in the very middle, then we'll switch to the smooth stair courts. We'll repeat the same process now on the underside. Make sure each corner is a half slab, and in the middle of the staircase. Want to make sure that you're facing upwards, so this way the staircase is now upside down. This is going to help it to give it that little bit more of a 3D effect, and it doesn't look so boxy. Before I had actually settled on this, it was just, a straight 3 by 3 that was, elongated like we have it. And then I just kind of went over, I was like, I want to switch that to the stairs just to see how it looks, and it actually came out really good. So now we're going to get a little bit of detailing done on the top side. You can see back 1 from our blue strip, we're going to put actually 1 in the middle. So technically we're just adding 3 rows, and then back from that we're going to go all the way back with the red concrete. Now to figure out how long, if whatever reason that you're having trouble figuring out where to start, you can even start on the front side. We're just going to count out your training wheel line on the front here that we made, how many that wide is, and you're going to do that on the other side, and then start from the front and work your way back. Or if you feel confident enough at this point that you can just go ahead and jump right into it, feel free to. Still got 1 or 2 things left to do. We're going to fill in this underside with white concrete, get rid of that also. You're going to notice that the backside of the pylons here are double wide. Don't worry about this just yet. We haven't gotten that far in the tutorial, because I'm actually re-editing the finished mock Enterprise so that I could do this video for everybody. Again, I do apologize that I lost that video. It's again, it's a lesson learned on my part. I'm going to make sure that the video is uploaded 100% and viewable before I get rid of any files on my computer. And I did try to recover it, and I just any program I downloaded, they wasn't able to locate it, which really sucks. I was almost to a point that I was either ready to try to start deleting stuff on my ship to get it to a point where it was, or even starting over again. But I just kind of figured after I started going through it to look at what was changed, that it really wasn't that bad. So hopefully I explained this all in a way that made sense. If for whatever reason you get stuck and have questions, feel free to drop a comment below. I'm usually very responsive in the comment section. If I don't answer your comment in the comment section, usually it's because I'm getting ready to answer it in a video, or I may have already answered it in the comment section. But you can see here that I'm whizzing around. This is actually the completed Enterprise D mock. And you can see how the neck came out. I actually love how this thing turned out. It came out awesome. So now we're actually caught up. So we're not obviously to this point yet. You're actually quite a few steps behind me, but when we get into episode 3, it's going to make a lot more sense now, um, because now the changes that we just made will get us caught up to that point. So it's still going to be a 4-part series. We'll be able to jump right into the next part of it. Hopefully, this makes sense to everybody again. And yeah, I just want to thank you all for tuning into today's video. And if you did enjoy this bit of content, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, helping me in supporting the channel. I can't thank you enough for that. And don't forget to tune in next Tuesday um, for episode 3 of the Enterprise D mock tutorial. And then, in fact, you can always catch new Minecraft episodes Tuesdays through Fridays. Then don't forget to tune in on Mondays for my Starship Evo builds. And I've also got a tutorial going on right now for the U.S.S. Revengeance on Starship Evo, which is a custom build that I did on there. So be sure to check that out also. Anyway, I hope everybody has a happy and safe week, and I will catch you all in the next video.